All right, the Bullet Club block party here at High Spot Podcast are joined now by Robbie Eagles. Robbie, what is going on? What a turnout. Could you have ever imagined this here, WrestleMania weekend, and the Bullet Club has taken over the metropolitan area?
It's crazy, man. Like, I'm just a kid from Australia, so to think something like this could even happen is, like, unreal. And when I got, the open arm invitation to be like, no, you're Bullet Club, you're a part of this too, I was like, okay, I was cool to just kind of watch from the sidelines, but to be a part of it and see the turnout, like you said, it's incredible, it's ridiculous, and I love every moment of it.
Talk about also history-making last night. G1 Supercard of Honor was tremendous, getting a lot of good feedback on that. Bullet Club was very, much there, was very, predominant there. And, of course, you guys gained titles with, the Girls of Destiny taking the Ring of Honor titles, but you kind of also left a little bit empty-handed, too, because you lost the Junior Weight Heavyweight Championship, and, of course, Jay White losing the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Just talk about that.
Why are you focusing on the negative, Jeff? Seriously, come on. I'm
just trying to be realistic here. I want to see.
We're trying to have a party here, man.
Yeah,
and you're just bringing us down on a sour note. But I understand. Like, what you're trying to say is, like, how does the team feel?
How do you regroup?
Look, I think it was seen as apparent on the stage. And we came together, and Jay said that he's not going to stay down. And I know Ishimori feels the same way. So just because we don't have the championships right now doesn't mean that we're not going to still keep going onwards and upwards. It just means that we've got a different battle to face in the future. Maybe Ishimori and we might look towards the tag gold instead. Take a break from the singles run for a second. Maybe it's my turn to have a go at the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. And Jay White, he's got his eyes on the prize. I think wholeheartedly, Jay White, his destiny is to have the US, the Intercontinental, and the IWGP Heavyweight title all at the same time and be the first Triple Crown champion.
Why not? He is that amazing in the ring. Just as a fan, when you're taking, let's forget about the result. Like I said, I don't want to damper this party here. Forget the result. Just in the match itself, man, was that just one of the, if not the best match of the night, one of them, but still, that match, when you look back at what made it so successful last night, that's got to be up there, man. Like, as a fan, what did you think of the match?
Well, Jay's just incredible. When I first joined the club, that's when he was just starting his run as part of the Bullet Club and really leading from the forefront. And he was one of the first people to reach out to me and sort of look after me in Tokyo, and I appreciated that. So what I did is I made sure to watch his matches and watch the way that he prepared for matches and watch the way that he wrestles, because he's only been in this for a short amount of time and much shorter than me, but he's actually had a lot of success for being quite young. And he's from my neck of the woods. He's in New Zealand. That's where he's native. And I'm from just across the ditch in Australia. So to see Jay White have so much success, I was like, man, that's what I want. So the way that he's able to string things together, the way that he's able to really study his opponents, especially people like Okada, and have counters for the things that a lot of people can't get out of or fight off. It's incredible to see his growth, and not only that, just the amount of heart and determination that he has, although some people might not see that and might see, the words that he says first and foremost. But Jay White really is one of the strongest wrestlers in the world. Okada, he's just another level, and he just had the upper hand. But like we said before, doesn't mean that we're not losing sight. We've got a sniper here. I've got the target vision. We're looking right straight forward, and we're going to have our target set soon.
It's just a bump in the road, basically.
Exactly.
Bump in the road, and you guys regroup and go forth from there. Can you talk to me a little bit about the significance of events like this? Now, around WrestleMania weekend, it always seems to be, from a fan standpoint, a celebration of people's love and appreciation for the craft, which is pro wrestling. For you, being a talent within here, what's it like for you? Are things just going so fast that you don't have time to appreciate the moments because you're being pulled in so many directions? Or do you have that time to be like, wow, the historical significance of being in Madison Square Garden when most people 5-10 years ago would never think something like this could ever happen?
It definitely was a big thing to take in, and I had that one moment of once I got into the building and I saw it, and I was like, wow, this is New Japan Pro Wrestling and Ring of Honor in Madison Square Garden. And I was lucky enough to actually go to a Knicks and Bulls game on Monday. Okay. So I went to Madison Square Garden for, what it was predominantly known for, the sporting industry.
You went to see the Knicks. I'm sorry about that,
man. Hey, man. It was a good time, and to see it for something like a basketball game, which is, something that not a lot of Australians say that they can do.
Yeah, but your first impression is the Knicks game. It's just, oh, my God. You can go back being like, oh, my God, man. they love basketball, and no, I'm joking, but no, it's Madison Square Garden. It's tremendous, that atmosphere. Australia's become a hotbed for professional wrestling. Like, it's something I just noticed the last year or so. A lot of touring in Australia. A lot of wrestlers coming from Australia too. Just what was your favorite growing up? What was your favorite wrestlers, and how did you get into the business?
So my favorite wrestlers when I first saw professional wrestling on TV, it was Rey Mysterio and it was Sting. And this was WCW in the late 90s. And that was purely because I was reading comic books of Spider-Man and I was watching Power Rangers. Yeah. So the first two things I saw were Rey Mysterio and Sting, and it's like, oh, okay, so it's like what I read and what I watch, but it's real life. Yeah. So I was all in. Yeah. And then from there, that junior heavyweight, cruiserweight, light heavyweight style, that really resonated with me. So I always kind of stuck closer to that. And then as I grew up, I was always a smaller guy. So then when it came time to my turn in the ring, it was easy enough for me to adapt that style because that's what I had lived and breathed all those times and all those years before.
You mentioned Spider-Man and Power Rangers. Are you going to go watch the Avengers Endgames?
Oh yeah, I'm not fully caught up in the Marvel Universe.
Okay.
I've probably watched it in like the most incorrect order that you're supposed to.
What do you think about this newest transition of Spider-Man now?
I'm liking it. I just watched the Spider-Verse movie on one of my flights over here, actually. And I thought that was quite cool. Like, I mean, I probably haven't kept up to date with Spider-Man like I did when I was a kid, but I really enjoy what Marvel are putting out now. So Avengers Endgame is going to be a whole lot of fun, I think.
Who's your favorite Power Ranger?
Favorite Power Ranger?
Better not be the Green Ranger.
Come on, man. To be honest, a lot of people would say green/white, right? Mm-hmm. My favorite was always the Red Ranger.
That's right, man.
Come on, man.
And Tommy was such a, I'm sorry to use this word, he was such a cock blocker, basically, seriously. Jason was the leader of that team. Yeah. Tommy just came in and just took things away.
Jason was always the leader. Tommy was just this outsider, man, and as an outsider, you can't just come in and start leading. Yeah. It's not like what I try and do in the Bullet Club. I don't go, all right, guys, thanks for letting me in. All right, now listen to me.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Doesn't go down well.
There's rankings.
I love this, guys, because you guys have helped me out segue into the next question. So you guys are making this so easy here.
You're welcome.
There was a lot of leadership issues with Bullet Club before, Jay took the helm. You obviously watching from afar before, you joined. A lot of people didn't think that this new version of Bullet Club would have the same momentum because you guys lost the likes of Cody, Kenny, and the Bucks, and all at the same time. Not, and obviously it hurts. And you go and look at this, and the block party here, and it looks like Bullet Club still has that momentum. Talk about this new regime of Bullet Club and what is the message now going forward for Bullet Club and the leadership and just every guy in it. What is the message, mission statement?
I guess the mission statement is that we're taking over. So whether or not we have the belts, we're here to really cement ourselves in professional wrestling and show the whole world that Bullet Club is for real. It's not about leadership anymore. It's not like we are under the cutthroat era, right? And that's from Jay White's style. That's from his presence, from his energy. But there's not one single leader in the Bullet Club. I fall back. I'm one of the foot soldiers for the guys. Yeah. I know that my time will come and I'll have my opportunities. But in the meantime, I'm going to beat the drum. I'm going to hold the fort. And, if Jay tells me to go left, I'm going left. If Tama goes, we're going right, I'm going right. I'm following directions, man. And that's what everyone in the group tends to do because we're all looking for our purpose, our goal. What is the goal? I think right now, we want to get the gold back. And right now, we want to protect our dual champions, which are the GOD, man. Yeah. So Tama and Tanga, they've got the ROH belts as well as the IWGP heavyweight titles. So we want to make sure that those guys remain dual tag team champions, and we'll make sure that collectively as a unit, we do what's necessary to keep them at their best.
And one final one for me here. I thank you so much for your time. It's greatly appreciated. One thing I love about you guys in terms of what you do in your craft is not only the dedication, but the work you put in physically and mentally as well. Pro wrestling is an evolution. As one's career, as you evolve, as you progress, your careers go up and down, basically. What would you say is the biggest strongest point for you that you've done to successfully keep yourself mentally strong? Because there'll be ups and downs all the time, and there'll be evolution. So how do you keep yourself mentally prepared every single time? And what's the next evolution for yourself? You talked about personal goals you set for yourself. You follow directions, but at the same time, you have personal goals yourself you want to achieve. What are some of those things as the new evolution as you become more more, I wouldn't say secure, but become more well-known of who you are?
Yeah, I guess for mental preparation and to keep myself going, it does get hard sometimes when you lose those matches that either the matchmakers or you guys as fans put a lot of hype behind. Sometimes when you don't win those matches, you get the wind knocked out of you, and you think, shit, how am I going to pick myself back up again? Or sometimes it's myself. I might look into a match with, it may be for no championship, there may be nothing on the line, but here's me and Will Ospreay facing off in a ring, and now there's a lot of importance behind that match because it's a Will Ospreay match, and people think, okay, that's a big deal. And then if I lose that one, now I'm like, okay, where do I go? Do I keep going? And what's the thing? That's the good thing about the club, man. Like, we've got camaraderie, especially for me. Even if I'm not here in the States or I'm not in Japan with them, I've got guys like Gino Gambino with me.
Yeah.
And he's helping pick me up. Same with him. He just lost a big championship for himself in Australia, but I was there right beside him, and I picked him up, and I said, doesn't matter. You'll get it again, or you'll get another one.
Yeah.
And we'll just replace that spot on the mantelpiece. In terms of evolution or sort of what's next or what's a goal for me, look, there's a goal that's on the table, and it's called Best of Super Juniors.
Yeah.
Now, whether or not my name's in the hat for this year, time will still tell. But that's something that I actually petitioned for before I was even in the club. I wanted to be one of the first Australian representatives of the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. And I think now, more than ever, I've got my actual foot in the door, and it's just about wedging it a little bit further open and just pushing myself right in. So I've got the club, got my back. Whether or not we're petitioning in the right way, whether or not it's Ishimori's time to go in there as the sole Bullet Club member, or whether it's better to have two of us and eventually have an all Bullet Club final, I'm down for whatever.
Hey, the true winners are the fans. To see something like that would be amazing. That'd be a dream match up there too. And you know what? At least it stays in house if it's you two in the finals. You know what I mean? At least it stays in house. Listen, Robbie Eagles, thank you so much for your time here at the Bullet Club Block Party, man. Tremendous time here in Carlstadt, New Jersey at Reds, and best of luck to you guys in the future, man. And as fans, we can't wait to see what the future lies ahead.
Wait, Jeff, luck is for losers. Luck is for losers.
Give me the luck for,
and this man right here is not a loser, folks. Let's just make that perfectly clear. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you.